Hi everyone, today I will be presenting on what is TinyOS. First and foremost, my name is Muhammad Ifat Farooq bin Imran and my number metric is 221302385. And today I will be presenting to you what is TinyOS. TinyOS is an open source component-based operating system designed specifically for embedded systems such as wireless sensor networks. Unlike conventional operating systems, TinyOS is not a real-time OS. It is designed to operate on devices with limited resources such as low processing power, minimal memory, and constrained energy supply. TinyOS adopts an event-driven execution model to handle tasks and operation efficiently, reducing power consumption and computational overhead. We go on to the next slide, which is the characteristic of TinyOS. So it uses a component-based architecture, encouraging modular programming. It doesn't have a built-in memory allocation system and avoid blocking operations to reduce processor concatenations. Additionally, it depends on peripherals for handling interrupts and exceptions, all while prioritizing energy efficiency to prolong device lifespan. So as you can see, it also depends on component-based architecture with modular programming. We move on to the next slide, which is the goal of TinyOS. So the primary goal of TinyOS includes simplicity and modularity, which make it easy to integrate and develop components for specific use. It's a scalable, supporting diverse hardware platform and applications. TinyOS also an open source nature foster collaborations, promoting standardizations and innovations. While it not a real-time OS, it ensure prompt even event handling through its efficient event-driven architecture. So this is our first example for TinyOS implementations, which called the wireless sensor network for environmental monitoring. So this is one practical applications of TinyOS in wireless sensor network for environmental monitoring. This system monitor parameters like temperature, humidity, and air quality. Sensor nodes collect data and transmit it wirelessly to a central hub for analysis and decision making. So this is the diagram for illustrating the workflow of TinyOS based wireless sensor network system. So showing how the data flow from the sensor to the internet. We will see the sensor code from here, and the base stations are using the TinyOS, and also the gateway code for the internet connections of the wireless sensor network system. There's a way to enhance it, which is by advanced IoT protocols, which integrate support for protocol like MQT and COAP to enhance interoperability with modern IoT devices and platforms. The second way to enhance this is strengthen encryptions and authentications mechanisms to prevent unauthorized access and ensure the privacy of user data. The third way is AI-assisted automations. So it incorporated AI algorithms to predict user preference and automate home system intelligently based on the behavior pattern. So for our next second example of TinyOS implementations is home automation system. TinyOS powers devices such as lighting system, thermostat, and security sensor. These devices communicate wirelessly to automate processes and enhance convenience, providing features like adjusting setting based on the user behavior. So this is the diagram that illustrate TinyOS based on home automations using a combinations of sensor, relay, and microcontroller, which for example, in this sensor, which the use of IR sensor, we use also Bluetooth module, 12-volt battery, and also the internet connections to stay to make all the device stay intact, the relays, and some loads and transistors. There's a way to enhance it, which is first the machine learning integrations. We will implement machine learning algorithm to analyze sensor data for predictive insight. For example, predicting occupancy patterns to optimize energy usage in smart home or industrial applications. So the second one will be at compatibility. So ensure the compatibility with a wider range of devices and protocols such as Zigbee and Z-Wave. This approach can support future expansion and integrations of a new smart device into existing system. So the last one will be user profiles and preference. So build systems that learn user preference over time and adjust setting automatically. So for example, setting preferred lighting levels at a different time of the day based on the past user interactions. In conclusions, TinyOS represent a modular, energy efficient and innovative approach to operating system, and it is an open source module and focus on simplicity have driven advancement in wireless sensor network and IoT. With continuous improvement, it can address evolving demands in operating system effectively. Thank you for listening to my presentations. Until we meet again, thank you.